There are over 44 million households in America that are renters. And this current economic situation is a massive opportunity for investors to earn passive income. Hi, I'm the CEO of Fund&Grow, but I'm also a real estate investor with multiple rental properties of my own. And with this video, I'll teach you how I purchase my rentals using business credit instead of cash. Now, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like, especially if you want to see more videos like it. Step number 1. Make sure your credit is properly positioned. The first step to acquiring the business credit you need to purchase a rental property is to ensure your personal credit is properly positioned. While the business credit won't appear on your personal credit report, the lenders will use it as a baseline to approve you since they aren't taking any assets, collateral, or charging you interest. So you want to make sure they'll like what they see on your credit profile. The better your score, the better the terms you'll receive on the credit you're approved for. So you want to pay down any overutilized credit cards, complete credit repair if there's any derogatory items on your report, add limits to any cards that lack a high credit limit, and double check that you don't have excessive inquiries on your credit report. This step is all about getting your scores as high as possible and making yourself look trustworthy to the lenders. Step number 2, access the capital. Once your credit is properly positioned, you're ready to move forward to acquire the capital you need. Many people think you need cash to invest in real estate, but you don't. You just need a source of funding. Fund&Grow has helped tens of thousands of investors access the business credit they need to grow their portfolios, such as John, a client of mine who received over $220,000, or Scott, another client who received over $240,000 to grow his portfolio. We actually sat down with them to talk about their experience and how they've utilized the funding within their real estate businesses. So we'll go ahead and link those videos in the description for you to check out after this one. Now, when accessing capital, many investors go the mortgage route. But let me tell you why that isn't the ideal funding option. When you're paying this much in interest, you're just literally throwing away money that you can use to invest in your next property. Once you get access to business credit and you have the funds in hand, you're ready for step number 3, which is to research available properties in your area. And I always suggest having the funds before you start researching. Why? Because if you're aimlessly researching without knowing how much capital you have access to, you could waste your time researching areas or properties that you can't even afford. So at this point, you'll know how much funding you have to spend, and now you can start researching accurately. One of the best areas to look for rental properties in any state is on the outskirts of major cities, because as the cities continue to grow, renters will find themselves unable to pay the rent. They'll look to relocate outside the city while still being near their jobs and friends, making right outside the city the perfect place to search. It's okay to look at properties that need a little bit of fixing and renovating, but make sure repairs can be completed and the property is ready for listing within 2 or 3 months. Otherwise, you'll start losing money by holding on to the property for way too long. So step number 4, complete inspections and get renovation estimates. Unless you're planning on buying a property with no idea what's going on with it, you'll want to get a contractor in there and make sure the property isn't damaged before you put an offer in. And it's common for investors to bring a contractor in with them when they view the property. This helps them get an accurate estimate of how much it'll cost to fix any damages or update any design choices. Doing this before you buy can save you countless hours and thousands of dollars on a property that actually needs more work than what you expected. Gaining a clear picture of the property's condition before you buy can help you make sure you don't overpay to the extent that you can't earn a profit later. And if you're an investor that joined us on this video, head over to the comments area and let me know what your experience was like buying your first investment property. What issue did you run into, or what parts of the project did you wish you had done differently? Go ahead and let me know in the comments area, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into the next step of the video, which is step number 5, make an offer. After you find a property, go ahead and make an offer, taking into account the estimate your contractor gave you. Of course, you want to avoid overpaying as much as possible, but don't find yourself missing out on a good deal because you have to spend a couple $1,000s more than you bargained for. In the grand scheme of things, those couple $1,000s won't make a big difference, and you'll make it back in profit in no time. Since you're using business credit to purchase the property, you can close as a cash buyer, which makes your offer way more appealing to the seller. And if your inspection came back that the property is damaged you have to repair, don't be afraid to try to negotiate the price down to accommodate that cost. But don't miss out on the opportunity if the cost isn't significant. So step number 6, renovate the property. Once your offer is accepted and paperwork is filled out, you can start getting your property ready for tenants. The more renovations you do, the more valuable the property will be and the more you can charge your tenants for rent. You should also consider comparables in the area to determine what the fair rent value is to make sure you don't list it too high and lose potential tenants as a result. When renovating, remember not to make design choices for yourself. You want to create a nice space that many types of people would appreciate, so avoid making any choices that are too specific to your taste. Fortunately, you can use your business credit for any needed appliances, paint updates, cabinets, countertops, really anything else you may need to create the perfect space for future tenants. So step number 7, place a tenant. So of course the last step is to find a tenant, which you can do by placing for rent signs or listing on rental websites such as Zillow or Trulia. And once a tenant is in place, you may have some maintenance issues here and there, but for the most part, you just collect the income from the property. You can use this income to pay down your business cards, and since you're using zero interest business credit, the full payment goes directly to the principal, helping you eliminate the balance quickly. Once the cards are paid off, each rent payment can go directly into your pocket or be used to help buy your next property to multiply your real estate portfolio. After hearing how I invest in rental properties using business credit, some of my peers have tried to aggregate the funding to try this on their own, but they never could generate enough to complete their projects. So in that case, I always suggest they watch our free business credit masterclass to learn how to quickly acquire up to $250,000 in this zero interest business credit. My team's been acquiring business credit for real estate investors since 2007, and we've gathered some of the best industry secrets that we use to get our clients access to business credit, and we've made our masterclass out of it. If you want to check out the masterclass and learn how business credit can help you multiply your investment portfolio, I've left the link in the description below. So with all that said, I hope this video helps some of you beginner investors to form a better plan of action, and I look forward to your success in this industry. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on our next video.